Hello and welcome. Right, this is the triple whammy today. This is the third time we have gone live. Now we're going to do new and old IPs. That's what we discussed in the previous upload. Basically, throw some ideas at me and I will be taking a look and doing a little bit of research in the background. So we're going to have a look at some current stuff, some older stuff, and all of that kind of thing as well. Now, it was mentioned that turtles would be a good start. So we can start off with the brickheads up at the top. But of course, there is a lot of other turtle sets available. So Lego Turtles. So I need to find all of this in the background with the tight turnover that we have done since the last live stream. We haven't had that long, to be honest. So there is quite a few of the different bits and pieces with regards to turtles that are available. But is anybody a fan of them? And does anybody have any of the older sets? That is the question. Because I'm just looking at the background, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lego sets, and let's see what we can find. So this is how it's going to work. We're just going to we're going to use Bricklink, we're going to use the Lego website, we're just going to find different stuff on here. Now, this is coming out on the 1st of April, 2026. I know a couple of people got a bit confused with this, and they thought that they were going to be able to get this now, but that is not the case. So this doesn't come out until the 1st of April. Obviously, it will potentially, depending on the giveaway price point, it's going to be one of those with regards to what it is, if you're going to get a giveaway at all. Now, so I suppose what we should also put in the chat is, what is everybody's favourite one? So Ultrabrick says, and good evening to everybody again, by the way. Ultrabrick says, don't own the turtles, but the figs are cool. Reese is on the bag to the container. Oh, there we go. So I'm reading it backwards. So the chat's already been going on. So good evening to Ultrabricks, good evening to Reese, good evening everybody else. Now there's a poll running as per normal. Poll as follows: best current IP. What is it? F1, Harry Potter, Star Wars, or something else? If it's something else, let me know what it is in the chat, and then I can find it, and then we can have a look through. But we're going to be looking at new and old Lego sets. So we'll start off with a few of them. So I'm just getting Bricklink ready in the background, and we'll see exactly what's available. So I don't know if we can actually use the Lego website for any of these. So there might be a possibility that we can, but we'll wait and see what happens. So we'll start off with something. So I have found 79103 is the first one. 79103. So how much is this? What's this all to do with? And over to Bricklink we go. So deep dive into the turtles to start with, and it is the turtle layer, which is this one just here. So it's all from Nickelodeon, all the way back from 2013 as well. You're going to have to do a deep dive into this. There's a fair few of them, if I remember rightly. I think they might have done the van, and they think I did a couple of other sets as well. But yeah, I don't know. I've never bought one. I'm not going to lie. I have never bought one, but the minifigures do look smart, as you can see. And I will I think if I click on them individually, it might be a little bit easier to do them. So yeah, there's some nice minifigures involved on these. So if you can name who you think each one of these are, I think it should be clear enough. In fact, if I just leave it like that, it's quite blurry. So obviously, because some of the images are quite old. Like Jay says, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, I own a couple of hundred of those. There we go. So Jay actually is not lying either. Just they're not Lego, but he's not actually lying with regards to how many of these things he actually does own, which is a scary thought. Right. So I've now found a list. And can I go from... no, I can't use this website for that. There we go. Right, so 30270 is what... That's how we'll start. 30270. I have now found something, and this is where we'll go. So 372. So many tabs open. 30270. 37270. So we're going to start from polybags and moving our way up by the looks of it. That's fantastic. That's a great start, that is. I'm actually looking at it. 30270. 302. Embarrassing. Try that again. There it is. So it does exist. So there it is. Do we have this little polybag? That is the question to everybody. So that is the 2012 CGI cartoon design, says Mr. J's Toy Collection UK, and Reese thinks it looks like fire. So yes, what we're going to do, we're going to be on here for the next 90 minutes. So we're going to see what turtle sets were available. Then we're going to jump over to SpongeBob because there's a lot of SpongeBob sets about, and then we'll just go from there. So I've literally, because I've not been able to have any time to do any of the sort of deep dive stuff that I normally do, we are just going to make this up as we go. That's basically how it's going to work. So next one is 79100. So 79100. 79100 is another little polybag, which is the Kerrang Lab Escape. So there you go. That is as much of an image as I can give. A bit pixely, but you get the idea of what's going on with these. So again, yeah, there was a Turtle Dimension set. There was indeed. Yeah, so we've got to have a quick look at the Dimensions IPs, if at all possible. So yeah, we can have a quick look at that. So yeah, there's some nice sets out and about. Now, as you're just looking at that one, what I want to do is on the Lego website, have they got any better pictures? See what's going to pop up with it. Just looking at the background, have they got any better photos? No. Don't think they have. Not they haven't got the retired products on here. They might have somewhere, but we'll use Bricklink. It's absolutely fine. So there we go. If you like any of these, if you like the Kerrang Lab Escape, then it's going to be one to get. Now, see, we might as well do what we normally do. Current price of this one, £32, 142 new, or £7 to £34 used. So you can still pick it up at a relatively okay price, of course, depending where you are around the world. So it does make a different thing. Shredder's Dragon Bite. There's some of these I've never heard of, as in the sets. I know what they are, but I've never even seen some of these sets. So these are all from 2013, 79101. So they've done a full wave in 2013. Price-wise of this one first, $59.99 to $112, used $10.99 to $69, and that is what that one is. Now let me see if we can have a better look at the box artwork first, and then we'll look at the figures. So that's the box artwork. That's what you're going to be looking for. It's under the Nickelodeon banner, obviously, as well. But then these are the figures. Oh, which way is better looking at it? Looking at those like that? It's a little bit. I wonder if I could make it larger. Normally, there we go. I was going to say normally the photos are really clear, but it just doesn't like to be zoomed in at. So that's what it is without the Photoshop, and that's what it is with the Photoshop. So you can see the colors. Coloring is slightly different, but that's what that one looks like. So does anybody have the Shredder in the dark blue cape? Jay says, is there an ice cream kitty accessory? On what set, Jay? And I can have a look. What set is that one? There's a question being asked. Ryan, hello to you. It will be trained in the future. So Ryan nearly got mugged in America trying to chase the rat down there. But the minifigures, again, I've got a funny feeling you had to buy all of the sets to get the figures, as you normally would have done. So I don't know how much these figures are worth now. But you can see this figure came in 6 sets. So there's at least a few more figures to take a look at. Right, we'll have a look. We will look for it. So Jay is on a mission, so we'll have to carefully look at the sets. I'll type them in skew. I'm assuming if I just type in 2, the next set's going to come up. Genius. It is indeed. So that is the box artwork first. And it does look like there's some shizzle going on there. And let's take a look at the actual thing. So we've got to zoom in on all of these. So that is something. I've got a clue what these are. Not got a clue what these are. Killian says, good evening to you. Killian says the foot shoulder is cheap enough to get. Not sure if I had Shredder. I have 4 Turtle Splinter. Can't remember. You are living the dream, Killian, being able to get all of those. But no, we are looking for an ice cream kitty accessory. An ice cream kitty accessory. I'm trying to fathom exactly what that actually looked like. There's your characters. It's a bizarre looking shark, isn't it? What the hell is that? There we go. A nice cleaner image for you. One from the front, one for the side. I do like the Bricklink photos. They do. They are quite helpful. Just Google it. That's not a bad idea. Let me Google it. Yeah, but is it going to send me a load of viruses in? Oh, by the way, talking of viruses and stuff, hang on. For those people that have got the ability for it, we have finally got what was demanded. There it is. It is in the chat for everybody to use and abuse for this evening. So I've done a thing. Ice cream, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, ice cream kitty accessory. What? Was it a pink thing? Was it a cat holding an ice cream? I don't know. It's coming up with an ice cream kitty. Oh, you're talking about the actual ice cream. Oh, right. Okay. I was thinking it's an accessory to a cat. So it's a pink cat that I'm looking for. Right. Okay. That's narrowed it down. So we're looking for a pink cat. There we go. So there's another foot soldier. Again, comes in all of them. So you can get all of the foot soldiers. No problem in, I say no problem. I don't own a single one of them, but you can get them no problem in those. And there is the next turtle to get if required. So I'm assuming there's some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans in the chat. I'm assuming. And I'm looking for a pink cat. So yeah, it's a pink cat. That's what that would have been much more helpful. If you just wrote look for a pink cat, that would have been helpful. Not an ice cream kitty accessory. It's like, what? So you're looking for a pink cat with an ice cream. Right. Okay. My brain could not compute trying to put two and two together on that. So we have got the next set, whatever this is the turtle layer. So we can have a better look at this. So the turtle layer is at 112 to 210. And we are looking for stuff. So the pictures are just a little bit blurry. 79103. Can I find a better photo than this? No, it doesn't even exist on the Lego website anymore. They've deleted it all. So again, there's your figures. There must be a better image than that. Because I'd like to zoom in. We like to zoom in on them, don't we? But we can't. Is there another image? The original box. That's a bit clearer. We'll use the box. Ish. You're gonna have to squint a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was a bit concerned about that as well. I was wondering what I was going to be typing in. Let's catch up with everybody. John says, love the original Turtles arcade game back in the day. The monkeys on the motorway. Well, good. Be safe, cheeky monkey. So does anybody own anything? I mean, if you go from the original films, what film's your favourite? You've got skateboard ramp at the top. And there's definitely no pink cat in that. No pink cat or that. Because I don't even know if the cat is in this range, I guess. I don't even know what it's based on. Right, what's the next set? 4? We'll go for 4. What is this one going to be? It is the Street Chase. Expensive, though. Look at that. One new, £138. None of them are used. Only 3. No, there we go. 89 to 244. So we've got undetermined version, technical base version, and the train base version. What do they do? 3 different versions of this, do they? What? They use different elements. Undetermined version, apparently. So we'll look at this one first. So can you guess the characters that you are looking at? I can see, I'm assuming some sort of ooze gun, soldier, something with a space rocket, a big werewolf thing with I Heart New York written on the back. No, none of this is ringing a bell to me. Yeah, that's a good point. Check the DMs. They did. Mega Bloks made a lot of things, didn't they? Ice Cream Kitty, Mega Construct. Right. Okay, you guys can soak that in. So I found the same thing as Ice Cream Kitty. Is that a Mikey set? Yes, it is. It's on Amazon. There you go. That's what we're looking for. That weird thing. It's a cat and ice cream, I'm assuming. That is so bizarre. So we've got to find that in the set. So you can get it from Mega. This is a Mega version that you're looking at. You can see how different it is. Obviously, Mikey is covered in ice cream by the looks of it. So now we know what we're looking for. Just got to try and find it on wherever my thing's gone. Here. I don't know. Killian would know. Surely Killian's up to scratch with the turtle stuff. Killian, have they ever done one? Is there a reason why we've got an undetermined version and then we've got a Technic base version? So you got the little van, all the characters. I don't know why they've done different versions. It's very bizarre. It's got to be the same set, surely. They've got to be the same. They've got to be the same set. I know there's 3 of them, but even still, they've got to be. Next one, train base version. Can maybe spot the difference in these? I think they're just the same. They're all the same, aren't they? Right, so we'll move on to the next number, which, because how I've done what I've done, it's disappeared. So we are going to be looking at 79105. Making it up as we go along. It's a robot rampage, apparently. That is the set. That's your characters, which is just blurry. That's no good. 2013 again. So let's take a look at the images better from here. There we go. So would anybody like an April O'Neil in minifigure form in her bright yellow top? We've then got Baxter. I say that like I know who that is. I haven't got a clue. We've got a gritted... Well, the fact that it says gritted teeth, I'm assuming they did do different versions of Donatello and everybody else. I'm assuming they must have just done different facial prints. And they've probably done some with shell damage as well. So you've got opportunities to collect some of them. But no, it doesn't look like... Well, there's quite a few of them. So what we've got next, 79115. 79. So we're on to the next wave now. There's more than I thought there was. So the next lot of these are 130 to 299. That's the box artwork. But again, they've changed the thing up there. Look, this is the movie, isn't it? These are the movie sets. So those were Nickelodeon. So all of these are going to be different. Yeah, movie version of Michelangelo with the shell. So this is 2014 version from Lego. When did Lego start? I've just seen a comment from check a different version, but I've got On my list, the earliest set is 2013. 2012, was that Mega? Because I don't know when Lego got the license. I can type it in and have a look, see, but it's only giving me a certain list. But yeah, we've done the older ones. Now we're on to the movie, but we didn't start at 2012. We did 2013. So Jay is a massive. I mean, here we go. Look, massive Michael Bay fan. Massive. There we go. We'll zoom in on him and everything. Look at this. What an absolute. I'm now having a lovely time knowing Jay's not enjoying himself. There's just something nice to know that he just despises these. So we'll go through every single one of them, and then we'll find the older ones. We'll find the older ones after. So 71 to 299 is the Big Rig Getaway. So the Big Rig Getaways are, I was going to say, is it big? It's not really. 743 pieces, but it's a lot of money. Again, 2014. Still haven't got one with all of the characters in, have they? So they've been horrible again. So this is the other two. Nice print on those, though. Roaming, thank you very much indeed. Welcome back to the stream. There we go. So it was obviously dated 2013, but we had a look at 2012. We can have a quick look. So we'll have a look in a little bit. Ultra. Mine picks were 71904. So some of the older sets aren't on the Lego website. So Killian is not a fan. Not a fan. They're the ugliest looking minifigures. I'm just going to leave them on the screen for everybody just to get really wound up. I've never watched the film. I refuse to watch it. Never, ever, ever watched it. I saw the trailer and was like, I am never going to put myself through that. It keeps going. It does actually keep going. So we've got a different turtle layer. The only problem is that these photos are a bit cleaner. So you've got the detailed helmet version of Shredder. Splinter with a black jacket. Why does Splinter look like a dog? Hey? That's not Splinter, is it? That's not the OG. There's no way. There is absolutely no way that is that. We've got bare-chested. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Fair enough. It's like the Lego Movie 2. Yeah, that's absolutely god-awful. It's an insult to turtles in that film. Yeah, well, Michael Bay Transformers, the original Transformers for Michael Bay is fantastic. But I think Jay refuses to watch it, I think. He always has done. He wouldn't collect the Michael Bay Transformers, but I think the original film was very, very good. I don't know if Michael Bay carried on doing it though, did he? He only did a few of them, I think, and then like the newer ones are all a little bit off. So there's your bike chase. The only difference is though with these sets, it's like the Lego Movie 2 sets are fantastic. It's just the film is rubbish. Whereas these don't really jump out at me at all. Whereas the others were nice to look at, but we just couldn't zoom in enough, which was a little bit of a shame. But there's your mutation chamber with different stuff going on. There's Victor. And then we've got a Spidey Bites. I'm sure somebody would love that in their collection, wouldn't they? Yeah, they're not too bad. It was 2020. So is there one here? Does it keep going or is it going to stop? No, it keeps going. It does keep going. I'm trying to be nice and get through them as quick as I can. So that's the box artwork for this. Oh, these are different. These aren't the film now. We're off the film. We're into the... It's all right, you can stop panicking now. This is something different. So you like these again, hopefully. So what's this? Are we back to... We're into the cartoon now, are we? Going by that box artwork, which is now finally clear. So that means I can now look at the minifigures for everybody because you guys will like to look at the minifigures. Fine. Yes. See, they've all changed. They're back. See, if I didn't carry on, we wouldn't have seen these. So we've got Donatello with goggles. That would cheer everybody up. Everybody likes Donatello. Right, so we're off the bad film. I'm now making up SKU codes, by the way, because this SKU code is not on my list. So it's oh no, it does. Oh, there's some stuff I have never seen some of these before. We're onto some very interesting sets now. So let's have a look at. We'll spend some time looking at these, because these are something completely. There we go. We're back in everybody's happy space. We've got off the film. we've got off the film that people just refuse to want to look at. So we skipped that through just as well. I didn't just shut the list down and jump straight to SpongeBob. The Krang. There is the Krang. Now I know Jay's got the Krang, but don't even know if Jay knows it's in minifigure form. But there it is. So if Jay would like another Krang, 2013 to 2014 set that is from. There's a few other sets to take a look at. And then, yeah, you've got Mikey as well in his sort of thing that he's going on. And that's obviously the jumpsuit is only in this one set. And that is the whole shebang. So that's all four of them. Element-wise, a couple of pizzas, a couple of other little bits and pieces. There you go. So has anybody got these? Now we're back in everybody's happy space. Has anybody got these? Killian's got these two. There we go. Killian has that one, so Killian's not doing too bad. Sub Chase Under the Sea, 79121. 79121. I think I've only seen the movie sets. I've not seen any of these newer ones. So again, box artwork is that. I can hand on heart, I've never seen these before. So if these weren't now, probably this is exactly why we're doing what we're doing, because are they going to do more stuff with the new cartoon, or are they going to do more stuff now? That is the question. So that's why we're looking at the older IPs and just going to be bouncing through, because we'll take a look at some. Look at that. We'll take a look at some. There you go, Jay. The Krang with the exo suit for the body with back barb. Jay's all over that. I can see him wanting that walking around his city. He'll be buying one as we speak, I'm sure. So Killian says, I have the Krang and Donnie from that set. The new movie was pretty awesome. Oh, is this from the new movie, not the TV show? When did this one come out? 2014. 20, this is 2014, so this can't be the new movie, can it? You're obviously talking about something newer. But no, there's some nice minifigures in this set, that's for sure. So yeah, if you're a fan, what is this? Look at that size of Leatherhead. That thing is, I bet that's a fortune. I bet. What is this one? Is that the SKU code for it? Yes. £17 used. £23. Tiny bit of white paint loss on Leatherhead, but if you want it, the cheapest you can get it for is £23. That is a big fig. Jay's currently buying the NACA 2012 stuff instead, rather than that amazing figure for like £3. He's now going to be spending a couple more zeros on the end of that. But this, Jay, you need this in your big battle for your big battle figures. And then again, that's what you got, the scuba diving gear for Donatello. And then you got the scuba diving gear for Leonardo. So again, does anybody own any of these? I'm just glad the pictures are a little bit more clean, so I can have a look-see at all of those. But no, it seems we've got some big Turtle fans in. Yeah, Jay, we've learned something new. Jay didn't know there was a leather head. So it's just as well we carried on. We could have missed all of this. Like I said, we could have missed. So you persevering with me going through Michael Bay has led to this moment where now you're going to be spending some money. That's exactly the same set, isn't it? If I just typed in the same SKU code, probably. I thought I changed it. Right, try 22. Shredder's Layer Rescue is the next one. So that's the box for this. Kind of looks like the throne room, doesn't it? That sort of layout with the stairs up across the middle, just sort of different color scheme. Shredder looks nice though. Nice deep purple on that. So I can read this out now. So it's Shredder's Layer, 478 pieces, item number 79122. Suitable for obviously 7 to 14. Really nice, bright, vibrant artwork. Again, I mean, we're looking at a while back now, aren't we? 12 years ago that this was out and about. It's not the cheapest, £173 to 299 new. So yeah, it's not exactly the cheapest, but that is what you get for your troubles, and that is the shredder. So that shredder does look quite smart. Different stitching and everything on the torso on that one. There we go. See, I knew this was going to happen. So yeah, I'll look at when I write the list, Ultra Collector, I'll go back through and type it in. But I can imagine there's some of these, because I can imagine these are from the 14 range. This will be at the time where the prints were really good. So I would imagine that all of these would be quite expensive. But Killian's got every single one of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We've got a foot soldier robot tall. So we've got the Ninjago double body, Lord Garmadon's double body on that one, I would imagine. So I think that would have come out before this, maybe. And then you've got a robotic foot soldier as well, and that foot soldier is in the other sets as well. So they carry this. So this figure is exactly the same as the other stuff that we looked at the beginning. So there's been no updates to that whatsoever. It is just the same one. So what are we up to now? 23. 791. No, there's no 23. That's not happy with me. Now I've got to look at my list. I was milking that for as long as I possibly could. We've got a polybag. Oh dear. There's a special edition. 500 2127. A flashback shredder polybag, which I would imagine that minifigure for you collectors is, I thought it was going to be expensive. It is. It's £5 to 47. So why are they £5? Why can you get them for $6 in the UK? What's going on with $6.99 for a flashback thing? There you go. Anybody want a flashback? Just sent you some pics of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before I go. Have you sent a email? Email's been penetrated. Right, so Jay's going to show off his collection. He's going to flop his collection out quickly before he buggers off and entertains his good lady for the evening as he wines and dines her. He's got to keep his good lady sweet, because don't forget that is the brick builder. So without his good lady, let me just check all the photos first. All the correct way, so nobody will be penetrating Jay's inbox. Here we go. So Jay with his collection of turtles. So this is Jay's collection, and there's a lot on the shelf. So I'm just going to go through there slowly. If anybody's got any questions, ask Jay quickly before he goes, because I have seen these in person, and there are tons and tons of different bits and pieces. I do like the backdrop, do like the side drops. They all look very, very smart. There's a lot to take in. Got the big old turtle van as well. Is that the one that your good lady got you for your Christmas present? A lot to soak in on that. A lot to soak in. How many of them do you own, Jay? How many of them do you actually have? Because there's a lot that isn't on show. There's a lot more than this. Like there's thousands and thousands in his collection. So yeah, there's some nice stuff in there. So that's again, if you've got anything you want to show off, just email it. It's what we do in the streams. Just email it over. I can get it on the laptop like this. It's a little bit easy than because on this way, because on an email, it hides your things. Obviously, some people's got like personal Instagram stuff and they don't want that shown off. That's why I hide it on my phone. It's just a little bit easier. But there you go. But do you have this, Jay? Are you going to get the poly bag? 6 whole pieces. I'm sure Jay could put that together, couldn't he? Yeah, so I'm sure that could be done. Right. So what else is there for the turtles? Or are we going old school now? We might have to go old school. So what was the codes that you were giving me? Ultra Bricks collection. Let's have a look. About 300 of those things. Jay has 300 of those. I am doing my best to keep up with all the comments, guys and girls, so I do apologise if I'm missing some. I tell you what, Ryan's got that nailed on the head. The worst thing about buying all the Legos is trying to keep the ladies away. It's impossible to please more. I know. As I sit here on the floor with Smudge just fast asleep just here. Look, you can see him. You can see his little white bits. There you go. Yeah, that's it. I completely understand how painful that is. I am now going back up the chat because some of you... Right, 2912 was a SKU number. 2912. Let's have a look. The Radical Racer. That's a Duplo set, that one. Is that Turtles? Not too sure. 2912 was a SKU number that got thrown at me, but is that not a Turtles set, no? Oh, 7... hang on. 79104. Right, let's have a look. Is that 79104? 04. Is this the one that we've covered already? Yes. Yeah, so these are the ones that we've already had a look at, but we'll plonk them back up on the screen. So let's go. Right. Okie dokie. SpongeBob is next. Another IP that is supposed to be making a return, apparently. So, is anybody a SpongeBob SquarePants fan? I've never in my life seen an episode, but there's loads of sets, if I remember rightly. And you're old school on these because we're only 4 digits. So 3815 is the first one. 3815 is the first SpongeBob SquarePants set, which is the Heroes of the Deep. And you've got the box artwork there, look. So they have had 2011. We're going all the way back to 2011. Hang on. Yes, making good progress on the ship. Doing a little snap build now. Have I been sent stuff? No, I have not. You've had a few of these sets in the past. Now I couldn't tell you anything about these. 2011. What figures were they? There it is. Look, there's SpongeBob, superhero. So Reese is tucking in to the other little bits and pieces. So you guys and girls keep chit-chatting amongst yourselves. With regards to the poll, 11 votes in, 36% for the top 2. Nobody likes Star Wars. Never does well. So it's F1, Harry Potter, or other. And everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, again, thank you very much indeed. And again, I said before, if you want to, you do have access now to a few different emojis as well. So if you want to mess around with those, please feel free, because it takes forever to do them. Right, we are looking at the next list. So that's SpongeBob. SpongeBob. That is something called a doomed helmet. Domed helmet? Doomed helmet? I have no idea what that is. Let me just set this up. So no idea what that is. If anybody can let me know who that's supposed to be. And what is that? Patrick. Who is Patrick? Why is Patrick on my screen? I'm sure Jay will be highly offended. But there seems to be a rather nice looking Patrick. And if Cheeky Monkey is anywhere near this live stream, I think Jay might have to start backtracking some of these other figures, because you're not going to get these variations in the new sets if they are coming out. Because that is the rumor, isn't it? The rumor is that they're going to be redoing the SpongeBob license, supposedly. That's why I'm doing these IPs, these current sort of older IPs. So, yeah, and don't be afraid, guys. If there's any other IP, if there's any IPs you want to take a look at, let us know, and then obviously I can just try and find the list, and we can do what we're doing now and just go through. But we'll go through this slowly and gradually, because there's quite a few of them. So all of them were in 2011. These were 2011, and I think there's newer ones as well. So I don't know if we have some from the teens at all. I'm not too sure. But there's a theme park one there. Look, Glove World. SpongeBob looks hench. State of him. That is one chunky SpongeBob. Read one of the Star Wars magazines and built the figure earlier, says Reese. Did you read the magazine, Reese, or did you just look at the pictures? Let's be honest. So SpongeBob with the large grin and black eyebrows from 2011 only. It was 2011 to 2011, so it only had a short run. So you know full well that this minifigure is not going to be cheap. There's obviously another Patrick who is in a bib covered in ice cream splodges. So there seems to be what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I've just seen Jay's thing. Cheeky Monkey has returned. Make sure buys a gizmo at the end of the stream. Well, we'll be looking at Gizmo later on. Roaming, that's it. I'm just catching back up with everything. Polybags used to be really cool. Missing out now, says Ultra Bricks. Right, yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm catching up. But don't forget, I can't see the chat when I'm sorting out all the other bits and pieces. Apparently, it's proof for everybody on the screen watching at home. I did read it, actually. Actually read it, but didn't look. I would just look at the pictures. Right, yeah. So I wonder if Mr. Joe's Toy Collection UK is lurking. He might be lurking, but he's also cooking, maybe. So he might not be able to. He might just be listening. So I might have to describe in great detail the Patrick SpongeBob with the splodges. I don't know. But the actual set is 72 to 124. So I wonder if these will start to go back up. Bikini Bottom ice cream vendor. I'm sure they're just making these names up, aren't they? I mean, I'm not massively switched on in the world of anything cartoon at all, but is it really? And there's a cat. No, it's Sandy Cheeks. To be fair, that's a pretty cool face print on Sandy. Look at that. I've never ever seen these before. Never ever seen these before. Yeah, 20. Killian said I sold a few figs last year. Pricey enough, like SpongeBob was £20 on its own. Yes. I can do that. Apparently she's a squirrel. That's good to know. Apparently squirrel. Right, I've got to show off the the shipping container. Let me find it. There's the length in all of its glory. Oh, you can't actually see. I need to do that. There you go. That's it. Look at the size of it. It is a beast of a thing. Beast of a thing. So yeah, it's impressive. It is impressive. So that's a squirrel. And we'll move on to the next one then. So what are we up to next? So again, all of these are from 2011. I'm assuming 3817 is next. I'm assuming. I am assuming that is right. Yeah, the colours look amazing on that. Right, the Flying Dutchman is 76.72 to 119. Oh, we've got SpongeBob Pirate. So if they've done all of these prints before, surely they're going to be doing loads of prints again in the new one. Surely they are, aren't they? There's ton. If they've done all of these before, if the rumors are true, there's a lot of them in here, a lot of them. Because you've then got is this our third? We've had a SpongeBob and a Patrick completely different in every single set, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. And there's the Flying Dutchman. That's a cool looking thing. There is your Flying Dutchman. Right, what is next? Bikini Bottom Under the Sea Party. 3818 is next. 3818. Where are we with this? It is 147 to 299 pounds. There is the box artwork from 2012. And look at these. Now, apparently, Jay's better half is a massive SpongeBob fan, but I don't think she realizes that they are available. So I think Jay has actually shut the stream down on purpose. So the better half can't actually see these, because I would imagine they would be ordered otherwise. Look at Patrick in his little... Because let's be honest, nowadays the Lego Group don't do this, do they? They will just have the same minifigure in all of the sets. Well, we have had now every single set is completely different. Well, that's good. That's good going. What is this? A pink flower, whatever this is. What we got on this? And this thing. We've got Squidward. So apart from Killian, does anybody actually own any of these? Does anybody own any of these at all? I would imagine you two, you're both on Instagram, aren't you? Ultra Collector and Reese. So you might be able to touch tips and sort those bits and pieces out that way. If required. 3825. 3825. The Krusty Krab. Oh, wasn't this a gift? This would be. No wonder this hasn't made the Lego Ideas thing, because they've done it. They're not going to redo an IP that they've not done before. So you've got all of the different characters that are on there. And of course, if there's anything that anybody wants on the screen, just either send it to me on Instagram or plonk it in an email, and we can carry on. But yeah, this was one of the a few of these sets. I think, have I clicked on the wrong thing? Yes, I have. So this one especially, this is one that has been rejected a couple of times, the ideas, because obviously they've done it and they're going to do it again, aren't they? So that's as easy as that, and then that is what it looks like. And again, Nickelodeon. So they must have had a big deal with Nickelodeon at the time, because if we had these IPs with SpongeBob and all the other bits and pieces, then it's all good, sexy fun. What are we, 26? Build a Bob. There you go. You can build your own SpongeBob. That's something I wasn't expecting on my bingo card list this evening. So again, from 2006. 27 is the next one. That's the Bikini Bottom again. Is that a different one? Adventures in Bikini. Oh, it's a different one. Adventures in Bikini Bottom. So, good Lord, have you seen the price? $263.57 for that. The minifigures are the same, aren't they? It's just got the boats and everything around the outside. That's the first time they've done a reuse of these figures. A little basketball hoop on the inside. DJI has just said, Sora's gone. I watched the final of the Swedish music contest, which is where our song Eurovision is chosen. Oh, right. Oh, right. Fair enough. There we go. I've got to be honest, DJI. I don't think anybody cares over in the UK who qualifies, to be quite honest about it. Normally, it's somebody that never gets spoken about ever again the day after it happens. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah. Normally, not so much. Air Temple. And The Last Airbender. How have we got onto this? Is this another IP? It is. I've heard of The Last Airbender, but what TV program is this? Or is it just The Last Airbender? Have I just been stupid? Where's the box artwork? I've now got a calendar. What is going on? It's an anime, isn't it? So they did Air Temple in 2006. Right, let me go. We'll go back to. So we're now on. Well, we've jumped for whatever reason. So this is 2.8 on your screen, and then 2.9 is another Airbender, and then 30 goes back to SpongeBob. So we'll go back to SpongeBob's after this. So that is some Airbender ones. Cool little minifigure with the bit on top. Zuko. Nice print on their faces. Got all the little scars and all the other little bits and pieces on there. That does look really quite smart, to be honest. Right, and then we're going back up to 30 for SpongeBob. 30 Boff. So we've got the Bikini Bottom. That's the Express. So that's the one that I clicked on by mistake. So again, you've got the different just head with the hands for the train torso. That's something completely different. And then what else have we got? 3-0. I keep doing the wrong back button, don't I? Balls. That's the box artwork anyway. So that's what you're looking for, all the way back from 08, if anybody would like something in 08. Yeah, the adventure stuff would work. Yeah, because that's their own. Yeah, that's their own IP, isn't it? Yeah. So we can have a quick look at that. How many more SpongeBob is there? Right, there's loads of SpongeBob. So we'll come back to SpongeBob because the SpongeBob is, like I said, Jay's partner's favorite. So we'll come back to that. We'll have a quick look at some of the Lego adventure sets before we start to wrap things up, because I'll be on for another 15 minutes or so, and then we can just carry on doing this during the week. We can carry on doing this during the week. So their own theming. So Johnny Thunder. We'll kick things off with good old Johnny Thunder. Now we are going way, way, way back. Now I can't remember the last time I typed in a SKU code this low, because it starts with a 1094. So you want an old school Johnny Thunder. That is the Johnny Thunder. What thing I was thinking of was the adventure one. Was it Conquest or something? Ooh, Felipe. How are we? Oh, recently I brought all the Adventure Egypt sets, going to build the temple. Very nice. And finishing Pikachu. You've got some fantastic hauls recently. Fantastic hauls. Let me go. That's exactly what I was thinking about. So it was Johnny Thunder. I've got the right one for you, Killian, yeah? I wasn't too sure if it's... Is it that one you want or not? Because there's a few of them. There is a Conquest, but isn't it called something else? Because Johnny Thunder is the main character in this one. I'll start going through these slowly, and if it's the wrong one, but we are back in 1999 is where we're at. So we are their version, basically, of Indiana Jones. So yeah, there's a few little ones. They get bigger and bigger. 1182. So 118. 1182. 11. Oh, 11 or 10 I'm looking at. 11. So we've jumped 100 all the way to the Adventure Raft. And again, it's just Johnny Thunder stood there under the old Lego Simpsons banner. We can DGI, yeah. There's the Persia sets, isn't there? Yeah, I did say to you, I said to Ultra Collector about the old stuff from this year. So yeah, these are the ones, but that we've got. We'll just keep plodding through them, because there is also, because what Lego did way back when for like adventure themes, they did their own Lego system stuff with Johnny Thunder. They did the Prince of Persia, I think it was, which was some sort of like adventure type film thing, but was all adventure based. And then they got the IP for Indiana Jones. So there was a few of them. So yeah, if these are, yeah, that's it. So they've redone them, Felipe. So the new jungle, and if they've come back out, but obviously they're sort of now, aren't they? They've been out since like 24. But yeah, we've had some much older adventure sets, but there's so many of them, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's tons of them. Tons and tons. So what I'll do is I'll pick a select few, and then we'll do another deep dive into this at a later date. So, for example, the car is beautiful, 2995. So we'll just skip a few. 2995. Which is the adventure and the skeleton, which is this thing. And look how amazing this looks. The box artwork, everything looks amazing on these things. 98 we're at on these. And you do get the Pharaoh skeleton. And then, of course, you do get the car. But the skeleton also comes in the big set. And the big set, well, one of the big sets, which is this big tomb, where you get another car, which is all different. And I love like all the sandy ones. You've got Johnny Thunder with his camera. And then you've got this cool geezer with the hook. And you can see there, look now, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 sets that minifigure comes in. So, yeah, so some of these did, there's some on that list that are tiny. So they're on here, we've got big sets, tiny sets. I mean, look at this. We've got 3023. It's 24 pieces. 3023 is one of them. 3023. So yeah, you've got a tiny little thing. So it's in different language as well, look, see? So I wonder how much that's worth for just a random little car. And yeah, the sets themselves now are very expensive. Some of them can be, especially the big play sets. But you've got things like 3381, which is something else completely different again. So 3381, which is this one. And this is a promotional polybag. So that's the Orient Expedition. That's the one that Felipe was talking about. So again, a completely different thing. You've got China Girl from the same thing, which is 3382. Which is this one, which is another Adventures polybag. And that leads you into the Dragon's Fortress. And this is then taking you into 2003, which is the next. This is the next sort of stuff on from the Adventures. It's nice. It does look a nice looking set. 700 pieces, 2003. Because when their sets got much bigger, so yeah, they moved from the event like the desert stuff into this stuff, and then they've obviously done the newer stuff as we know as well. They've got the oldest SKU number for the playlist. The play set. So 2897. That's a nice set. You're not lying to me. Come on now. Come on. 28. All right, around 79. We got one there. Where's that one there? Yeah, so you got all these nice little minifigures. But you can see how many the sets there are, and is that the Forbidden Ruins? There we go. That's one of the bigger sets. And then the Forbidden Ruins. So if you guys and girls want to, what we can do tomorrow for 1 hour tomorrow is go through all of the adventure stuff. If that's what you'd like to do, and we can go through all of it, because we have done some of them in the past, but not a deep dive into all 3 lots, because we've not done the Orient stuff and then it daisy chains through. Because you can see there's this set right now is absolutely stunning, because you've got like the non-skeleton version of the Pharaoh breaking through, which I have that. I actually have this to the side, it's just up the top. The minifigure's brilliant that it comes in. It does look freaky. But yeah, so it's literally got all the snakes, all the traps. It's literally their version of Indiana Jones. That's it. That's what I can say. So I can do this tomorrow. and we can do like a 90-minute thing, because we can kick things off. We can kick things off for like 90 minutes and go through all of that, because there's so many of these to look at. I don't want to rush them. But yeah, we could do that tomorrow. So because like we could kick things off, because at UK time we could kick it off. I know anywhere between 7:30 and 8, and do it for 90 minutes. We'll be done by like 9 o'clock, 9:30, depending on when we start. So we start at 7:30, we'll be done, whatever, and we can just go through these. I can get that way. I can do a bit more. I can get the SKU codes written down a little bit easier, because the list that I've got is only for. There's a good number of stuff on here, but it's not giving me all of them. So there is a lot. There's a lot of them to jump into, because say for example, if we type this one back in 3382, just as a rough idea, how many of these are there? 3382. What does she get used in? So if I click, so it's a exclusive poly bag, but the set itself isn't exclusive because it appears in the Dragon Fortress. And then if I click this character, is it just the Dragon Fortress that they did in 19? So I don't know if that's the only set that they did. No, because then we've got all of these. So you've got all of these SKU codes I need to find, because they're not on my list. And some of these sets I don't think I've never seen before. A lot of these Emporium stuff I've not seen. So yeah, no, I've not seen these at all, because this is a completely different print, a completely different year, and we're in 2003. So no, these will all be new to me. Yeah, we'll be building tomorrow, and then we'll be obviously doing this by the looks of it. So we'll do a few hours in the afternoon, have just an hour break, and then we'll do a deep dive into this, because there's so many of these sets. Like, these look amazing, and if I click the Orient expansion, it's then going to give me all of these. Look. So we have got Johnny Thunder, Lord, Jong, Secret Tomb, Jungle River. It's a whole new wave of stuff. I have never seen these in box. All of this is all brand new to me, because I wasn't doing anything in 2003. I think if I remember rightly, it's when it all went really stupid between like 2000 and 2004, 2005. So I just didn't bother buying, getting anything for a long period of time. So we've got all of these to take a look at, because there's a fair few. So you've got all these cool elephants and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we can have a bit of a deep dive of those tomorrow. Justin Morrison, how are we? How is everything? So yeah, we'll look at all of those tomorrow. So that's what we'll do. We'll do the adventures tomorrow, and we'll do this kind of stuff tomorrow. And yeah, no, exactly. I'm the same, Killian. I've never seen these sets. So yeah, we'll spend some good time doing that tomorrow, I think. Oh, it's phones. That's all it is. So yeah, it's the Orient. We've got the Orient stuff, and then you've got the Thunder Blazer, which is the Orient Expedition. Again, Oath. So I've not seen these vehicles before. So this is nice looking sets. But again, it's based on the Indiana Jones stuff. So if I just randomly click on a few pictures now, I mean, that looks amazing. Look at that. And then we can work out all the pricing and everything tomorrow. That's not going to be cheap now either, is it? Let's be honest. And then, because you've got Johnny Thunder in a pilot suit in his sort of thicker thing, but he then comes in 3 more sets up here. So he's in. They've done a standalone Nomad, have they? So the Nomad comes in the bigger play set as well from '99. So I've got a different version. I've got a different version of that. But yeah, some of these minifigures, they do look pretty cool. But everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, again, thank you very much indeed. But yeah, there's some nice. What else is there? There's the Mountain Sleigh. So some of these, yeah, it's amazing. I'm seeing some sets for the first time now. This is why it's nice just to look at the older IPs and doing it with you guys. You just literally bounce round sort of their own. So new and old, just a mashup of stuff. We'll do a part 2 of this tomorrow. But yeah, there's a lot of those that are on there. Is there anything else? My as well power on. Yeah, probably. Why not? Why not? Yeti hideout. What's she in? Just in the S. So yeah, they do have one and done minifigures as well. Oh, Justin just bought the sail barge yesterday. Beautiful. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on that. Let me go back through. Oh dear. Right, we'll carry on. Right. What else? What else do we have on here? We are literally just randomly deep diving into the world of what is this? That elephant is huge. That is a chunky elephant. Biblically expensive. No, you'll be all right, Reece. Just chat them up and you'll be fine. Right, I'm going to get these figures on the screen for you guys and girls. I've never seen him in his green and lime vest before. This kind of gives me Ace Ventura 2 vibes, where he goes from one thing all the way over to something completely different, and he's in the jungle and he dresses differently, where they're all in green. Because Johnny Thunder's in green as well, so we've got the expedition. So just catching up with you guys, taking the mick out of each other. I like that. We like that. Keep messing around with each other. What's this? They did a clock set. Adventures Orient Express clock. And then that's the boat set he's also in. Yeah, it kind of gives me Ace Ventura. The Ace Ventura print. Then we've got these. I don't think this was a TV show. I don't think it was. These are all through 2003. Temple of Mount Everest. That's the one we clicked on before. I got all excited and just randomly clicked on different ones, didn't I? Well, I've actually looked at the fortress itself. So the one I wanted to zoom in on, I can't. Oh, it's open. It is open back. There we go. So the fortress. So because all the vehicles are pretty cool. Because they always come in tracks and tanks and all that kind of stuff. You've got the big wall. It's a pretty smart looking set, to be honest. Ultra Collect says Jumanji vibes. Yeah, I can kind of see a hybrid of Ace Ventura 2 and Jumanji mixed in with that, because that's the suit that I've got him in. I've got him in the white with the jobbies, and that's it. And I've got that's the one, because you can see, look, it says year 98 to 2003. So I've got him in that all the time. And then all of a sudden he's in his fancy green outfit. Like, where's that come from? Right, as we seem to just be randomly looking at different bits and pieces until we do a proper deep dive on this theme tomorrow. Any other random theme you want to quickly take a look at? As I have the website open, does anybody at all want to take a look-see? Killian says, I might have Assembly Square, says Reese to Reese. What other IPs would you like to take a look at? And we can see, it could be either Lego's own, or it could be an IP that they've had that they paid for before. And then we can have a look and see. Because we can have a look see on some of them. We can get an idea together. Well, you guys let me know. Again, everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, thank you very much indeed. Simpson, that's a good call. It's a good call. Ultra Bricks has just come in there. Look, Simpsons. What are they going to give us? We've got all the. There we go. We'll start off with the Simpsons house. Because that's got all the figures, loads of figures in it, hasn't it? So, yeah, good idea for the Simpsons IP. So you got Bart with his eyeballs looking just the one way. Of course, there's a CMFs as well, isn't there? You got Homer. They've got to redo this. They have to redo this. We're talking about this. Was it yesterday, the day before? That I think because the actual house itself, it's really big. I didn't think it was as big as what it is. I mean, so they've been doing dodgy photos since 2014. Hail to the chef. But I just don't think it's worth the money now. Because people are selling it for so much money. I mean, look, it goes from £2,000 to £1,200. You just like, no. The living room, to be honest, is an absolute sack of turd, isn't it? It's like you're only getting it for the instruction booklet, surely. Because there's gonna be what? Maybe one exclusive sticker. That's it. So you could just make that up yourself if you really wanted to. So that's if you just changed the sticker over and had something else, and it doesn't come with any of the minifigures. It just comes with some Easter eggs of some bits and pieces, I do believe. And they couldn't even be bothered to put it in the exclusive box because that's their old school thing. Because the actual front of the box is the instruction booklet. Reese has seen the Matrix. Reese has seen the Matrix. Yeah, that's it. Reese, I've been telling everybody. I put that emoji in at the start. Make use of your emojis because the new Matrix emoji is there, and I think it does look pretty cool, to be honest. So yeah, make the most of them because they take ages to actually try and get them right. So yeah, the Matrix is there. There is a new emoji, the Matrix emoji. It is a nice color for the living room. That's the new color, isn't it? That's not the same color that is in the house because they didn't actually have that color at the time. So yeah, it's a different color pink that they didn't have apparently. So yeah, it's something slightly different. So that's the Simpsons house. There's no Quickie Mart on there. Yeah, it is. And then you've got the Quickie Mart. And again, that's 3 to 9. And you've got a poo. Said they're never going to make this again. I'm not too sure why it says 2015 to 2025, but it does. I don't think that's right. That's 2015 to 2015. That's right. Obviously, just what did I click on? Oh, it's just Bart they've got wrong. Yeah, I was going to say. It was only out for a year. Homie was 14 to 15. What is that? Oh, because it was the same minifigure used in the Dimensions pack. That will be the reason why. Killian says they sell too quick. Yeah, well, that's it. Killian, you're the man when it comes to minifigures. Killian is the minifigure king. To be fair, I need to probably speak to Killian later on, not now, about a load of minifigures for Ninjago later. In a few months, I might be bombarding you. But yeah, the Quickie Mart. I don't know if they've got any photos on the inside. No. But yeah, pass on. Yeah, the series says the CMFs are on the list. Yeah, the minifigures for the CMFs. Both series are good. I wonder if they're on the Lego website. So Krusty Burger. Series 1 and Series 2. Surely they can do us a favour and just have them on here. They've got the Simpsons houses on here. How can you not have... Simpsons of the CMF. They've got to be on here. So I'm looking at it in the background quickly because I don't want to hurt anybody's eyes when I go down quick. See key rings. The Batman movie Series 2 is next to the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart because they are on the Lego website. And they don't have... They don't have it. I'll just type in Simpsons. Oh, that must be quick away. Lego. Because the packs, the pack are nice as well. So that's these. So the minifigures on these do look smart. They do look good. Yeah, figures the expensive part of the set. That's it. Reese says, I haven't even had time to look, Reese. But don't you worry, I will be on it. Yeah, Reese says, I actually saw the Quickie Mart early for £600. Yeah, it's outrageous. It's very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Just how, scary actually, how much and how expensive they are. Have they got them? That's the bag. So to get a random minifigure is £9. But these are the ones that you can fondle. So there you go, look. Complete random one minifigure. £20 for a random. Just no. Am I spelling Simpsons wrong? What am I doing? Am I just being that simp? Sons, yeah? Simp sons. Simp. I'm missing the S. It's embarrassing. There we go. I'll put Simps on. Minifigures 4 of 8, 48. See all minifigures. That's what we want. So you've got all of these minifigures down on the side. So they're a mashup of all of them. So you've got Itchy and Scratchy, with the weapons, the itchy and scratchy do look really good. So they're smart. And then you've got Bart and his purple. Mr. Burns. Chief Wiggum. Donut stain on him so much more than any version of him. Oh, really? Reese, if you want to buy, yeah, if you wanted to buy like a CMF box of minifigures for the Simpsons sealed, I mean, you know what you're getting in, you know what you're going to get for them, but they're going to be expensive. But I mean, if you were just to open up the pack and was basically brand new figure, I picked up a full wave in a picture frame for like £40. So it was all right. But this was long time ago. I wouldn't pay double or triple, probably quadruple that amount of money now, to be fair. But I do luckily have all of Series 1 and all of Series 2. But I don't have the house. I don't have the Quickie Mart. And I don't have the Krusty Burger. But I wouldn't mind an actual restaurant thing. I'm just thinking in my mini land. Because the Krusty Burger is so small, it actually might scale in nicely where the minifigures walk around and they go into an actual IP burger restaurant. So I've been trying to find an excuse to get that thing for ages and ages and ages. But yeah, your best the Quickie Mart, they're just not going to redo it. They're going to do the house. I would like them to do some other bits and pieces, but you just know full well they're not gonna do another one. Yeah, the Krusty Burger is rough. Ultra Brick says, grab the Bricklink Designer Program Dino. That's not a bad show, actually. Yeah, just thinking, where we're having all these massive Pokemon sets and all the other bits and pieces on the table, it would be quite nice just to have like a little food, just a little restaurant in there, just blended in. So there's actually something where you would have, because you would have, it's just the place that you'd sit down and have a bite to eat. You'd walk around, look at the Lego sets, and everything else. So yeah, I wonder. Well, we're on Bricklink, so we can have a look see. But yeah, they've got a fair few of the minifigures to take for Reese if you wanted to have a look see at everything. Comic book guy as well, with his tub out. But obviously they have got accessories. So if I clicked on this one, they do come. If I actually clicked on everything twice, every single character does come with multiple accessories as well. So it's not just the minifigure. You do get the accessories with. So like Marge has the donut buck and the whatever else. And Homer, I think, has... Actually, I can't remember what Homer comes with. Donut and TV remote, doesn't he? So yeah, there's a lot of characters in there to pick from. But you can see you've got Grandpa, got everybody else, and that's only half of them. There's 48. That's in 25. There's in the page, is it? Yes. Right, Pumpkin wants to be let in, so bear with me. Because we'll go in reverse order now, because obviously these will be the newer characters. There you go. Oh, we have a new channel member. W. Brooks, welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Look at that. Has become a new channel member. That's exciting. I've not actually seen that done because we didn't have the fancy software network. So W. Brooks, welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Feel free to say hello and have a chit chat with everybody, obviously. And yeah, now you can make use of the emojis. Yeah, but welcome to Pure Filth. So there is 2 levels, isn't there, on that? So yeah, thank you very much indeed, W8 Brooks. Welcome to the Madhouse. Yeah. Okay. Right, where are we? What else is there? What else is there? Right, of course we're looking at these, weren't we? So we've got these are the ones from the new set, aren't they? These are the new ones. What have I got to do? Right. I've got so many tabs open. I'm just making sure I'm not shutting the wrong one down. So that is the squeaky voice team. Then we've got Snake. No, it's very, very, very kind. So make use of the emojis, and of course, depending on, we will, as it grows, and we do get more of them, we'll be able to add more silly emojis, and there's more things I can do. Because it's weird with the channel membership stuff because I'm also locked behind a tier. That makes sense. So when more people become members, it unlocks more things for me, which I can then do for you. Which is it's an odd way. I mean, YouTube's complicated enough, let alone that kind of thing. But no, welcome. So W Brooks 5, welcome and welcome. So so I can see what Reese has written with the emojis, but because I'm using the different software, what I see at the moment is what's on your screen right now. I have got Orange Crumb, Code Brown, Pokeball, Matrix Golden Willy. So when you guys use the emojis in the chat, I can just see the code words. I'm like, I really need to change some of them. Oh dear. All right. Are you still not finished? Well, I got my work PC back. Cries in Canadian. Unlucky. Right, where are we going? Officer Lou. So was Officer Lou was not with the quickie mark, was he? It was Wigan. And Officer Lou was Officer Lou. So that's how that is. So you've got to get the quickie mark to be able to get both officers. Is that right? You got different Oh, and that Nefland is the same one with the apron. Is it Marge then? It's Marge with the house. She doesn't look things. It's weird, isn't it? Because the minifigures inside the actual Simpsons house are awful, but the Simpsons that come with the CMF packs are fantastic. So, do you want some water? Come on. Hang on. I'll be back in a second. It sounds stupid, but I've got to actually fill this up for Pumpkin, so bear with me. Come on then. Come on, I know what you're after. Come on. There we go. Come on, Fluff. Jump up. Yeah, so Pumpkin's now got into a habit of drinking my water out the glass. So this thing here. Come on then. You going for it or what? Roman, good evening to you. I'm stuck. I can't do anything. She's in front of the keyboard, so no, you take your time. You take your time. I mean, you have to entertain yourselves, obviously. So Rowan Bricks has found the new emoji. I do like that, Neo, because we were saying before we needed a Keanu Reeves and something for the Matrix. Have you finished? You finished? What are you doing? Right, we'll carry on. Can we carry on? Can we? Are we all right? Is there anything I can help you with, or you can jump up here? Any chance? Any chance I can reach the keyboard? Anything? That'd be okay. Right, there we go. We'll try. Okay, so she might swipe my hand off. Oh, there we go. That's it. Thank you, Pumpkin. There we go. Exactly that. Reese just says, "Jump, help yourself." Absolutely. So yeah, make the most of the any emojis or any silliness like that. You can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I quite like the Pokeball. I think that looks nice. The Matrix looks smart. Obviously, Reese has his own code brown. Jay's got the golden toilet. What else have we got? We've made this one up for Ultra Bricks, and then we know the reason why we've got those. So that is the list of them. That's your emojis in the chat. So I've just thrown them all in there, but I think I might have just flooded my own chat, so it's not going to work. She's now just drinking that. I think what she likes to do is just put a face in it. Right, okay, we're back in it. So Marge looking unbelievably grumpy with the apron, and then you've got this one, which is from the Quickie Mart, which looks a little bit better. It does look a little bit better, but I think the CMF version is probably the best because, again, like I am sure that this is the newer one. So this is the 2025 version, and that is the house from 2014. So she's not too bad. And then we've got Homer. Can they just? What is it with their eyes? Why did they give them drowsy eyes for all of them in the house, or like side eyes and stuff? Bizarre. What a bizarre choice. They did a few of the Prince of Persia. They did do a few Prince of Persia. Because we looked at them. I think we Prince of. Let's have a look. Can I find them? Not ideal. Right. There you go. Prince of Persia. They're good sets, though. They are good sets. So we've got, starting off with 7569 is what we'll start with. 7569. So yeah, it's a Desert Attack for the Prince of Persia, and then they did, yeah, all of these from 2010 is what they did. So they did do a fair few of them. So bag 8 and 9 and joined together on the container build, starting to racking that so you're starting to put 2 and 2 together with regards to what is what. But yeah, there's some there's quite a few of these to take a look at as well, to be fair. Because they got the Hostage Race 7570. 7570. So if anybody wants to pet of our hostages, you can carry on. Because what's your thought process behind the displays, Reese? What are you thinking? Because obviously you're currently making a shipping container, and I don't think it's going to make it into the desert somehow. But I mean, you could try. I mean, I know you guys and girls are creative, but I'm just trying to think what are you going to do? Put like a load of sand base plates down with some blue in the middle for ocean and have it as the shipping container to the prince. Sands of Time game. I'm saying that like I know what it is. I am not going to lie. I have never, ever heard of that in my life. Was it good, though? What console was it on? The Canal. The Canal. Oh, W. Brooks. Thank you very much indeed. That is extremely kind. That is extremely, extremely, extremely kind. Just some support to the small content creators. Keep up the great work. I'm off. I'm off. Of course it is. So before you go, W? Where are you in the world? Because do you mean you've got F1 in there because you're working with the F1, or because what are we now? We're 10, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Australia, isn't it? So is it 4:15 kickoff? Well, W. Brooks, just jump in obviously anytime. Thank you very much indeed. We're here all the time, so that does mean the world. So thank you very much indeed. That will all goes back straight into the channel. East Sussex. There we go. So you're going to be the brave one. So we're on the same. We're in the same time zone then. So 6 hours from now, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. Enjoy the 4 a.m. wake up call. Thank you very much indeed as well. I really, really, really do appreciate that. So that's very, very, very kind. Very kind. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow. Jump back in tomorrow, my man. Yeah, that's it. We'll be doing a long length live stream build, and then we do a lot of these in the evenings as well, where we just sort of, especially the newer sets, do all the countdowns to the start of the months and all that kind of stuff. And it's just a load of people like looking at different sets, which is quite nice. When you've got times, I know you're going to go to bed, you have to let us know what it is you're building next, and I can get it up on the screen and we can have a look-see and just see what all of that is. But you get yourself some kip. Enjoy the Grand Prix tomorrow. Because don't forget, with regards to the F1, and it wasn't actually meant that I did the thing. I completely didn't put 2 and 2 together. It was the Australian tomorrow. For some reason, I've lost track of time. I thought the qualifying's already happened, doesn't it? So it's the new era. We are in the new era of F1. So, get some kip and enjoy the racing, because a lot of people will be in bed now and they will be waking up super, super, super early. So take care, take it easy, enjoy the rest. Well, get some sleep. That is unbelievably kind. Unbelievably kind. So I have no idea who these are, Reese. So I'm assuming you know. Some of you would like these or not. I haven't got a clue. Just struggling. I'm going to just find some of the bigger sets for you, Reese. There is some big ones. Oh, no, there's not some big ones. I'm talking nonsense. There's only 5. So the big one's coming next. The big one that you're about to see, the original price was £69. And it had 5 minifigures unique to that set, which was 7573, which is this. So I'm assuming it's based on the film. I'm assuming there's a film. So if anybody knows what this is, but 793 pieces. Like now, because the fact that the figures were exclusive to this set and they never made any more, you would think that some of the minifigures might be pricey, but also at the same time, I don't know how well the film did. So you might be able to pick up these all right. You might not be, but you might be able to pick them up okay. Yeah, there's some nice bits in there. So does anybody else want to take a look at anything else? This is the question. As you guys and girls are literally leading this live stream. So because we've got for DGI, we've got to look at series. In fact, I'll do that now before I forget. So we'll look at the Bricklink Design Program Series 8. I don't know if DGI is still here. So current Series 8. That was wanted to look at the pirate one, wasn't it? So Coconut Cape. DGI, if you're in the background, there we are. Oh, was that a game, was it? I thought, what's the Lego set's based on then? Based on the Sands of Time. Is the Sands of Time not a film? I've got so many tabs open now. Hang on. Is Series 8 the in series? I'll have to at DGI as well. Yo, DGI! Are you with us? There we go. So yeah, the coconut. I'm very impressed with I think that Matrix one might be one of my new favorites. I think that Matrix thing looks fantastic. Oh, I'm such a child. Such a child. But no, this is so. If anybody wants to look at any of the other IPs, then obviously just let us know. Because yeah, there's plenty to look at. Reese says, "Do you like the coconut?" Yeah, it's well. You got options now, Reese. I guess because you're with it because it's coming out next. It's the next series. So Series 8, we did that massive live stream thing for, and obviously everybody went crazy for it and everything else. Series 10 is actually what I want to quickly take a look at because that date's getting closer for Series 10. So they're going to do a live stream for this. Oh, Series 11 has been penciled in. Oh, there we go. 43 days, and we'll be reliving. We'll be reliving that all over again. So I can't remember if in 43 days does the palette go live or does it get selected? Because we've got vote, don't we? So there are 43 days to that, and that ends. The crowd support is 11th of May to the 20th. So March, April. So that's the Monday, isn't it? The 11th is Monday. because we did loads of work on the last Bricklink Designer program, so we'll do the same. We'll do the same thing again. We'll do what we can to support, obviously, the people. And obviously, we know that a lot of people can't obviously get these sets now as well. So because Series 9 is the in, so that's the 7th of October releases for the in, but it's 6 months after that until you get it. Is what that one is. So so Series 8, it's 1st of June. Yeah, so you've got nothing to worry about until June, and then it's then say July, August, September, October, November, December. So it would be a Christmas gift to yourself, basically. That's the way you got to think of it. It would be a Christmas gift. And there's nothing better than a Dustmark Keep castle, and a nice sandy castle to wish everybody a Merry Christmas with. Yeah, Series 11, it is an absolute juggernaut. So it gives people 43 days. And then you can see how it works now. So Series, it starts now. And you've got 43 days to submit your stuff. So it's up until 43 days from now takes you to the 4th of May, and then we do the crowd support while we can vote for it between the 11th and 22nd. So we have 10 days of chaos, and then they do the build. So what I'm looking for though is 10, because for 10 we're not too far off. It's the 1st of April. No, 20th of March. So on the 20th of March, we will be doing a very lengthy live stream for those bits and pieces, because we'll be seeing what all of those are about. So yeah, some nice. Oh, well, we know there's some nice sets in that. It'd be interesting how many of those sets there are. Let me just close some of these down. I've got too many tabs open. Too many tabs. Right. Well, as we might as well. I think it's only right that we actually finish on the F1 because of Brooke. So why not? Because we might as well have a quick look at the F1 stuff, because it's only fair, because a certain individual has just signed up to the channel membership tier and done an extremely kind super chat as well. So why don't we have a look at F1? And we'll go, because Reese is a massive Speed Champions fan. Because we had a look at the about stuff. We have covered this already, so we're not going to go back over all of this like we did last time. So you can see all of these. We've done all of these. It's all in here. We had a look at all of those, but the actual sets themselves, the products, we didn't go through. So if we just go from newest, what is underneath here? So we have got, just coming through on your screen to finish, because of course the Formula One does kick off early hours in the morning. So it might be the Sushi and the Chemist in July then. Yeah, 6 months. It's 6 months from now. So what we're going through in March. So March, April, May, June, July, August, I would imagine. It's normally 6 months, unless it says 5. I can't remember. I thought it was 6. So we'll just go through these. So you've got the 2 to pre-order. You've still got the giveaway with the Restaurant World of Japan. Coming down, you've then got the McLaren. You've got the Ferrari. You've got the other cars still on back order. We've got out of stock. Probably gone. Temporary. There we go. I was going to say, there's no way that's out of stock. That's not sold out. Of course, it would say sold out, wasn't it? So that is Brad Pitt well, both of them are extremely sought after. And you've got that one, Reese, haven't you? I think Reese picked that one up. Then you've got some of the smaller cars. You've got the Pitt stuff with the Lego City. And then you've even got stuff for Duplo. So it goes all the way down to the younger years. And then you've got all of the different cars. So yeah, there's a huge amount of different things. Those three, those three, those three, and those two. So yeah, there's a fair few of them. Right, I am going to start to wrap things up because I tried to end the stream about an hour ago and we've done quite well. I thought, oh, it won't be going on as long as what it is, and it has. So let's end the poll. 33% of you love the Speed Champion DeLorean, says Reese. Yeah, the Speed Champion DeLorean is a very cool. It is a very, very cool thing. So everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, thank you very much indeed. Everybody that is obviously channel members, make use of your emojis and all that kind of stuff, and we will be getting more and more of them in over a period of time. And I think everybody else is falling asleep, Reese. So it's just me and you to the bitter end. So I will probably another early. We'll do one just after lunch again because like 2 o'clock works, I think. So say 2 till 3, 4, 5. We might do 2 till 6, or it depends if we go longer. If I do a longer build, might not do this and then maybe do this on Monday. That might be better. So we could do the adventure deep dive on Monday night because I won't have time to build on Monday, I don't think. So I could do a long, lengthy stream building tomorrow, and then we could do a deep dive research on the Monday, and then just basically daisy chain and go from there. So yeah, 2 o'clock kickoff for Pokemon stuff tomorrow, and fingers crossed we won't have a problem because obviously I've used the other software again. Where I can get your bits and pieces up and back down, but I won't be using that again tomorrow. So hopefully YouTube sorted itself out. Right, guys and girls, you take care. Reese, goodbye. Everybody, goodbye. Everybody that has been with us this evening, I'll just shout you all out because it's good to see you. So again, Brooke, massive thank you to you for your channel membership and super chat. Reese. So Ultra Bricks, goodbye to you. Oddly, goodbye to you. Obviously stuck at work on the way back because don't forget, Cries in Canadian. That's always good fun. Who have we got? Killian, goodbye to you. There's loads of you up the top. Felipe, goodbye to you. Ultra Collector, everybody else that has been in DGI and Jobwell and everybody. Goodbye, and goodbye. And I'll catch up with you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.